Hey everybody, it's Trigger Bar Philosopher. Welcome back out to the channel. Today we've got another exciting episode where we're going to be taking a look at a new wheel gun. We've got the Ultimate Carry Smith and Wesson 442. Should be a good time. Let's get to shooting. Okay, so what are we going to be talking about today? We're talking about a Smith and Wesson 442. Now that's not new. But what they had was a partnership with Lypses that came out with their Ultimate Carry J-frame. Now they have them chambered in 38 Special and H&R 32 H&R Magnum. In this case, I got this in 38 Special. There's some reasons that you might want to go 38 Special in terms of ammo availability, compatibility with other wheel guns that you may have. But one of the things is that the 38 Special run comes with 5-round cylinder versus the 32 H&R comes with a 6-round cylinder. And so those are some various things. And then also, after having shot some 32 H&R and shot some 38 Special, 38 Special is a little bit, it kicks. Let's just say that. I know that's a weak thing, but in a small J-frame, 38 Special can kick. So what do we have today? We've got some new lock grips on it because I've been shooting it and I did not really like the special grips that came with it. They're very smooth and I find I have a hard time getting any kind of purchase on it. My finger just dangles off the end of it. However, with these lock grips that I got, thanks to Big Johnson, who put me onto them, has a little nub down here for your pinky to grab onto, just a little bit, just enough. It's got a little bit more thicker of a swell, which is pretty nice. So yeah, this is a fantastic sort of wheel gun. As you can see, definitely have a great cylinder release and is a great setup, but I am still getting used to shooting a very small J-frame. I've only ever shot sort of more of the K-frame or N-frame type revolvers. So what we've got here is got some Plus P. I don't think I'm going to like that because I don't like normal ammunition. Got some regular Winchester White Box 38 Special, and we have some Federal Personal Defense Hydro Shock Deep, which I like in my 380 handgun. And we're going to see how that does, but this says it's a low recoil variety, so I may like that even more. We're not doing any gel tests today. We're just kind of talking about the pistol. We're going to talk about, and we're going to shoot it a little bit, just kind of first shots, and then we'll talk about philosophy of use. One of the reasons that I got this is that I oftentimes, almost every gun that I have that's iron sights, I have to drift the sights. I'm finding that I'm going to have to do that on this as well, but most J-frame revolvers, the sights are just, the rear sights are just basically grooved into the cylinder or grooved into the gun. You can't manipulate them or move them. Fortunately for this one, you can drift these. So I think I'm going to like that a lot better. All right, well, that's enough yapping. Let's get to shooting. Like I said, I'm probably not the world's best expert on a revolver shooting. I've had to learn how to adjust my grip from a traditional semi-auto pistol and making sure that you don't, one of the most important things if you're new to revolvers is make sure that your hand or finger goes beyond the cylinder gap as gases and hot gases are going to escape from that and they can give you an owie even on a small revolver like a 38 Special. I did want to show that I do have a Vetter holster pocket locker for it. I do like their pocket locker holsters, and it does very well in fitting in this. It did take a little bit of me hitting the heat gun. I bought it for a regular J-frame, and what I mean by that is I bought a little heat gun from Harbor Freight, put some heat up in this part, and then had to work it coming in and out. And the reason I had to do that is, again, with that top sight, it's different. It's higher than most J-frame revolvers. You're going to have to, the holster compatibility is going to be a bit rough. One of the things with the J-frame is it probably is safe to keep in your pocket without a holster because it has a very heavy double action trigger pull. And with this, it's hammerless, and that's the purpose of that is so that the hammer doesn't snag when you're pulling it out of your pocket. But it does have a very heavy double action trigger pull, higher than my trigger gauge would go. I would guess it is around a 11-pound trigger pull on there. That can come with pros and cons. The pro is that works as a safety. So someone who isn't as comfortable carrying a pistol that could easily go off in their pocket, carry one of these, and you really have to yank on that trigger to get it to go off. I'm at a range I can't get any closer. I would prefer to get closer and then it looks like I'm shooting better, but this is going to be 10-yard shots at this range because that's just how it's set up. Let me first get my safety glasses. Got some new glasses that hopefully allow me to also collect some video, and you can see what I'm seeing as we do this. So I think what I've come to is I like the grip where I grip high up on this revolver. I wrap my pinky down on that little ledge I showed earlier. Thumb is going forward, and then I hold and lock down that front thumb with this other hand and grab in as tight as I can. And then we go from there. It's our 5 shots. It looks like I missed the first one and then got on paper on the second ones. And that's kind of how it is. I will say again, with these lock grips, I feel it is a lot more comfortable shooting this gun. When I first got it and it had these very slick grips that came with it, I didn't like that. I was hitting my knuckles on it and it wasn't very comfortable. So that's 38 Special. Let's load up a couple more rounds. Again, pretty easy to load up a revolver in terms of knowing how to do it. Maybe it's not the fastest, but it's not too difficult to learn how. The Smith and Wesson does have a cylinder release that slides forward. I like that. That's a preference for me. We're getting on paper a little bit more reliably. Although my paper is moving, hopefully you'll be able to see that video. Why don't we, with that, then scoot on over and see what we're getting out of this plus P ammo and see if we can handle the recoil of that. Okay, before we move on to the fancy schmancy plus P ammunition, we're going to get a few readings of this Winchester white box out of this 1.75 inch, 2 inch snub nose revolver here, and see what it is giving us in terms of velocities, and we get an adjustment of what's the difference between plus P and regular ammunition on 38 Special. And I wasn't paying attention at all. We got 2 shots. We got 272, an average of 152 kinetic energy foot-pounds. So not bad out of this little 2 inch. Let's see what happens now as we jump up from, or we jump down from 130 grain ammunition to 125 grain ammunition. This is a lightweight J-frame. It came in with the grip module, and the way it came with it from the factory at about 17 ounces that I measured on my scale. So pretty lightweight. Well, now we have the Garmin set up. We have some of this. It's really a soft nose. It's not a jacketed hollow point, or sorry, it's not a FMJ like the Winchester white box is, but it is a plus P Remington and jacketed hollow point soft tip. So let's see what difference we get with this. So those are going 180, so not that much more were we getting out of that. Sorry, 180 foot-pounds. We got 2 shots and we got 800. So it's about, oh, and the max was 827 and the min was 800. So we had 2 shots. So it's about, I don't know, 20 foot-pounds of energy more. And it felt quite a bit more stouter. It wasn't so bad as I was counting on, and that it was super painful. That's certainly something that I wouldn't mind carrying. I'm not super accurate at this distance with it though, at this point. Don't have the fancy schmancy glasses, so you can't see the target down range. I do want to test this Federal Personal Defense and see what this does. And we'll put up a fresh target and we'll take a look after I shoot 5 shots with that and see how good trigger bar can get in this range session with this new J-frame. All right, well, we got the HydroShock Deep. It's the 110 grain ammunition that they have. We'll go a little bit slower, try to make sure we get these velocity readings, and try to see if we can do something with accuracy with this pistol. This. .796, 776, 958, 785. And 778. So we had a min of 776, a max of 958. Wow, that's a big change. An extreme spread of 182. That can't be right. There's no way. They were all very similar. So probably somewhere around 800 feet per second. And then the average kinetic energy is 165, and that's probably brought up by that one that was reading a little bit too fast. But yeah, we could probably throw that out and recalculate it. But I think that that's interesting to note. Again, very similar of rounds that we were getting with the 380. When you compare this with the Bodyguard 2.0, which I've shot a lot on my channel, Bodyguard 2.0 is easier to carry. It is thinner in the pocket. Yes, I know the J-frame, again, gun is empty. J-frame is pretty nice because it conceals in the pocket very nicely. But it's still 8 ounces, so heavier. You can see here how it fits in the pocket. I think it looks pretty nice. You put in this pocket pistol or the pocket locker. It provides just a little bit of security. If you ever accidentally dump your keys in your wallet and you're janking out your gun on, at the end of the day, you don't want the pistol to catch. So this is how it looks in the pocket. So it's not bad. It's not a bad little carry. Of course, you can also, in weather like this, I would probably just stick it in here. And it's kind of a nice little thing. Hard to see it all on there. So I don't know. Let's wrap things up. Those are my 5 shots. And if I was thinking that this is going to be what I'm going to carry, I probably do want to drift the sights a little bit. As you can see, for these rounds, it is just a little bit left. I noticed with those Remington rounds, they lined up a little bit better with it. So these fixed sight J-frames is all the more important to make sure that you get the right ammunition for your fixed sighted gun. If you can't adjust the sights, you got to adjust the ammunition. So yeah, but let's talk about this. Okay, let's wrap things up while we're standing out here on the tundra of eastern Pennsylvania. Well, I'm pretty excited about this new little J-frame. This is the first time I've had it out with those lock grips. They make a huge difference in my ability to shoot this gun. I'm feeling a little bit more confident in being able to carry it, and we're going to see after I carry it a bit how I'm liking it. We'll be certainly bringing it onto the channel to be doing gel tests with this. As you know, I'm a big fan of pocket carry, and so I think we're going to explore what revolvers can do for us with pocket carry. At this point, I'm still kind of a Bodyguard 2.0 fan. Because you can get so many more rounds in it. It's about, as you saw, it's about the same kinetic energy as you are going to get with a 38 special round, and I can just shoot it just a little bit better. I'm going to have to get practice, and I'm going to have to learn how to shoot this, and I go way down in my round count. Now, in terms of round count and having 5 rounds versus 6 versus 13, I think 5 versus 6, there's not much of a difference. As you know, the guy over there at Active Self-Protection watched thousands and thousands, hundreds of thousands of videos, and he says that he's only ever seen a self-defense video require a reload once in his time. Don't know, you may need it with a 5-shot revolver though. So, but with that said, I think that it's plenty of firepower to get yourself out of a bit of trouble. Of course, if I ever think that I'm going to be in any kind of trouble, I'm not going to go there. And if I have to, I'm probably not carrying a little pocket pistol. So this is something to just keep on you in case something bad happens in a world that's crazy around us. Let me know what you guys think. Are you a J-frame revolver person? Are you a revolver person over a semi-auto? You get a lot more rounds in those. Is that worth it to you? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I hope everyone has a great week, and let's get to shooting.
Second Amendment protects from the crown.